Now you had a lot of tough deployments. What was your toughest deployment?
I think the one where we hit Somalia, that was the toughest one, because that was supposed to be a peacekeeping mission, and that turned, so it was supposed to be a peacekeeping mission, and it was, that was Operation Restore Hope, and probably the most difficult thing for me on that one was to see, sadly, as we deliver food, as we're helping the people, once the food and medicines is delivered and we're flying away, that or we see the UN drop it and we're just doing circles just to make sure that the UN was secured. As they took off, because we had to protect them, we'd see the warlords bully everybody, gun down people to control the food and the medicine. So the hardest part for me was holding back on the trigger, because you want to protect the innocent. And so, and just to see the condition of people over there, man, we got it great in America, man. Because I remember they were teaching us not to, if we're going to restrain them, to not grab them when you're restrained by the arm, to not yank them, because you can dislocate their shoulder that easily.
Right.
Because they haven't eaten in years and they've been malnutrition probably since the day they were born. And just seeing people in that condition, skinny kids, barely, but their stomachs are all bloated out to here. That's probably hard for. It was very difficult for me to see that type of stuff. But and that was my first. Exposure to combat. That was my first. It's supposed to be a peacekeeping mission.
Right.
My first exposure to combat is my first exposure to seeing bodies maimed and having to put them on the litters and bring them back and put them back in the Navy ship and have the remains be in the refrigerator. That's kind of a weird thing.
That's tough. Now, did you ever get a chance to see that movie Black Hawk Down? And if you did, how realistic was it?
Yeah.
Pretty...
Yeah. So that was after we left. That's when the Army, because when Marines came in, we left it to the Army, and then the Army took it over from there. But for the most part, I thought it was spot on. It just shows how bureaucratic things got, and that I can definitely relate with, and how political and how bureaucratic things get, instead of just taking action and just do what we're trained to do.
Sure.
The common sense things that you're supposed to do are held back because of politics and bureaucrats. And they want to look at things as dots, but you and I are boots on the ground.
Right.
We're not a video game.
That's right.
And maybe, there's that disconnect there. And so, that movie, I can't say, the actual operation, because I wasn't there, but I really appreciated that movie a lot.